Alright, sorry I'm late. I'm back again with another video. Today's video gonna be about reasons that I see that influencer boxers don't promote as much as they can, or as much as the fans want them to. Now, of course, with that being said, if you're not the type of person who likes to hear excuses, then this video is probably not for you. But it's some things that I don't think anyone has brought forward or highlighted that's probably going on behind the scenes that just making it a hurdle for them to do this. As much as you want it, they just either disinterested or really becomes really difficult for them to do. I'm just gonna get right into it. So I got this little notes that I wrote down of topics I want to speak on. I got like 4 of them. So for the first one, I got that majority of the guys are not very introverted, because of course they can have a more extroverted persona when the camera turns on, as I think most YouTubers do. When it comes to filming, their mindset, I believe, more the introverted YouTubers and TikTokers or whatever, when there's a video idea they have, I don't think it's because they want to entertain their fans, or they want to make their fans proud, or make them feel like they're a good content creator. I think it's more of they're feeling in a good mood and they want to make a video because they're in a good mood. Not they're going to make a video because their video is going to put them in a good mood. It's going to make them feel like they did something awesome, like they really passionate about it. I believe majority of people are into it like that. I think over time, as it became more of a job, got more stressful. It's kind of a forced thing they had to do, and just being away from it for a while with the YouTube boxing thing, it's kind of like, got to write down in my notes, they kind of fell in love with the normality kind of that boxing takes away. Brings them back to, because of course being a content creator, your schedule and routine is just all over the place some days, I would think. And sure, when it comes to managing the real life relationships and going to the boxing gym, and of course if you have a good coach, you're gonna maybe go over sparring footage, have you watch some boxing fights. I don't think the introverted influencer boxer wants to, okay, look, now that I'm tired, now that I'm, my body's beat down mentally, I just want to relax and find something to calm my mind, enjoy. I don't think the first thing that comes to their mind is, okay, today I have to make content for the fight. I just don't think it is. So yeah, I don't think it comes natural to them, basically. The second reason is creativity. I think it's very tough to be creative, especially if the YouTuber has never had a series on their channel, because the series kind of requires a direction, basically. Like all the videos are going towards something. And I think if you're coming from a YouTuber who just did random ideas or did a certain genre, hop into another genre, it's kind of new, and they're very new in their journey. So it's a lot of help that they might need, which is definitely available, especially for the bigger creators. I can't say the same thing for the small creators, but for the bigger creators, maybe they can do a bit more on that creativity. And of course, what comes with that is having people around you giving you ideas. Maybe late at night your friends are calling you, and then you get ideas from them, of course, because they're supportive of you, which leads to my next one. They have some of the creators, especially if they're small, they don't have much support from the fans. They're in the process of building the fan base. And I believe having a fan base, of course, gives you a lot of confidence going towards the fight. It motivates you to post more content and be very entertaining and make a storyline and stuff like that. And aside from that, of course, the smaller creators as well, they don't have as much opportunity to do interviews and express their personalities and things that will make their presence much bigger on Misfits and Kingpin and those type things. And when it comes to support, I believe the influencer boxers, especially the ones who they give their heart to boxing for their time period. I don't think when they leave the boxing gym, I think they just want to forget about boxing. They just want to hang out with friends, talk about other normal things, outside of YouTube boxing. Because as much as we'd like for them to promote and entertain us, they have a life outside of that. They're not just a YouTube boxer. So I think it's kind of unrealistic to hold them to that standard of they have to promote something every single day. We appreciate the ones that do, of course, but I think that's very unrealistic because they have a life outside of YouTube and Instagram and things like that. But yeah, and I think when they're around their friends also know that, and I don't want to probably overwhelm them with the idea of that. Okay, you have a boxing fight, like you got to get ready. They want to add on to the stress that it already is stressful enough. They just kind of want to talk to them just like a regular friend would. Just want to hang out, de-stress, joke, have fun, go out. It's all because it's already limited anyway. I think I even seen in one Beta Squad video with Chunks, the friend of King Kenny, and I think they was basically talking about, oh, Chunks, why won't you get in the boxing ring? Well, Chunks had made the observation of King Kenny that his social life wasn't as vibrant as it was before, and I think when King Kenny finally gets the chance to be around his friends, it's either work or they're hanging out, and I don't think he wants to talk about boxing. So it's not things that spark his creativity in that department or the support. Even though he definitely knows it's there. They show up at the fight night, but you're not going to be talking to him like, hey, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try this. Maybe they're just wanting him to do his own thing. They don't want to force him to do something like that. They want him to be his own man. But that's one point that I don't think a lot of people mention. The next one is what I got wrote down. The trainer. Okay, trainer, of course, if you got some of the best trainers in the scene, they're gonna take it very seriously. No cameras in the gym, no playing around, no TikToks, no friendly vibes, no. Well, I won't say that. Of course, you gotta be friendly. These are people you're gonna have to learn from. Just the overall presence in the gym. It's not you're not coming here to play and record. So, of course, it goes back to the unrealistic expectations of recording every single day in the gym or recording your day-to-day life and posting it to YouTube as a way to promote for the fight. That option is not on the board because, of course, if you have a trainer who's very strict, you're gonna fall into that routine of not doing that. And what worries me about it is I hope it isn't that whenever they leave, it kind of probably takes the seriousness out of not seriousness, not creativity. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe you can say the fun out of influencer boxing, because then their motivation is not to let me carry my brand. It's just to let me carry my skills, my work, my mindset, all focused on this fight as a pro fighter would. But I think it's very hard to distinguish the two, to be a wake up and be an influencer but also be a boxer at the same time. It's very difficult, I believe. Of course, there's guys who tweet every now and then, but to me, tweeting is good. It's good. I shouldn't downplay it, but of course, there's more you can do to showcase your influences, abilities, and entertaining abilities. Yeah, I'm afraid that might be the case with some guys. That the seriousness of it kind of sucks the colorfulness and magic that the fans like when they get out of the boxing gym. Let's move right along. And I think the last one. No, I could speak back more on that. Of course, the fighters can't post everything. Of course, the opponent might pick up on their weaknesses and strengths. Even though it'd be interesting to see, in a fight build up, to see, okay, what is he working on? Because you see the commentators or the interviewers in the lead up to the fight asking them, oh, what was this? How did your camp go? And they kind of want them to go into depth with it. I think it'd be a pretty cool thing to see, but their influences at the same time. So they should be talking about video ideas and upcoming projects they're working on as well. And I think when they're in the gym, the trainers definitely probably the first thing they told them, like, yo, no cameras. You want to know why? Because of course the opponent and their team might pick you apart in the ring just from watching you post these videos in the gym of you working on your strengths, and maybe they can find those weaknesses, and we don't want that to happen. It's very obvious. But on to the next. Got financial, of course. The bigger stars in the scene don't have to really worry about the financial side of it. Hiring a guy to edit a documentary or shoot a documentary, it's just a text away on Instagram or anything like that. For the smaller creators, of course, they're not getting paid a lot. Then to think on top of it, if you were to think, okay, if a company is giving me money to fight on their event, and maybe I don't have a job, I do, because if they do, that even limits their time even more to create content, which is more tough on their part. Let's just say they don't have a job, and getting a check from the boxing company is their main source of income at the moment. And of course, they maybe have social media things on the side, but it's not coming in like the big boys. You know what I'm saying? It's not coming in like that. So of course, you have to be smart and manage your money. I'm sure having a trainer, eating the right foods. Of course, you want to come in on fight night in shape. Want to maximize your ability to win every small way you can. Basically, you just hired a videographer, promote from a fight. It could be a part of it too, a photographer too. If you want to make things even more professional on your Instagram. We fans want to see them build their personas. We want to build the storyline. So we want it to be the best of the best. We don't want it to be mediocre. Got to build these fights we like to see. No matter the size of the creator, I think every fan of Misfits or Kingpin, no matter the size of their fan base, they want to see a guy who's trying, who's being active, who's been engaging, who's been entertaining in the scene. And I think one of the hurdles that the small creators have is definitely not being financially stable yet. They're kind of still figuring it out. And I can just imagine being in that position, because I'm still stuck. If they're working a job, like, what are they supposed to do? You know, it's so many hours in the day. You can't expect them to make content towards the fight, but or be in the right mindset too, because you're stressing about, if this fight goes well, if this fight don't goes well, will I have future fights? You know, will my source of income change? And but another point I want to bring up is, of course, I won't say of course because I don't think a lot of people notice this, but when it comes to the financial reasons, with the big creators and small creators alike, I think they probably have the same mindset of, this is not my new source of income. It might not be my biggest source of income, but it's a source of income. And of course, you give them more time to make more money. And with boxing, you have to put in time and repetition and hard work, because the better performance you put out on fight night, the more people going to want to see you, the more people going to buy pay-per-views, the more people just going to put money in your pockets. So it's an investment almost, spending time away from. It's weird, because then you would want it. The fighters, the next obvious thing would be, okay, then why don't they promote themselves? But that could be a thing too. They want to focus so hard on looking good on fight night that just leaves their mind, I guess. I can see that being a thing too, especially for a small creator. He's like really locked in and focused, and he's just tired. He pushes his body to the limit when he just get out to the boxing gym, doing the homework, trying to enjoy and take a nice rest and enjoying the life in between that. But I'm just gonna leave it off on that. I think that's pretty much all the things. And if you disagree, agree, you want to add on, want to come up with solutions for some of these, of course, put them in the comments. I don't know if I'm gonna make a solutions video or what they could do alternatively, but I am gonna come out with a video similar to that soon that I don't think anybody touched on yet, and I would love it. Just move. By the way, I got a new channel banner. I always keep my word. I said in my last video, making things, improving the content little by little, you know. By like analyzing this scene, this small things, you know. Not every video has to be about the most popular thing happening at the moment. Even though I'm definitely making a video because I'm on Twitter right now, and what I just seen, it's pretty exciting. But this is pretty much for this video. We talked about the reasons that the influencer boxers sometimes struggle to make content leading up to a fight, or even outside of the fight. Like build a brand outside so you can bring more fans to the boxing side.